Manchester United are set to hijack the Moises Caicedo transfer deal to Chelsea, as confirmed to us by a source coming in from Jacob Steinberg, and that has resulted into Chelsea playing hardball to really greenlight the transfer of Mason Mount to Man United, and United have gone ahead and really showed them that if you're not getting us Mason Mount, then we're going in for your player that you want, that is Moises Caicedo, and that's going to be good news. If at all it happens to be Caicedo coming to Man United, you all understand the vibes that Caicedo comes with at Manchester United. Smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, guys, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Smash the black button that has the word subscribe. After smashing it, hit the notification bell. That will enable you to get notified every time we upload a video onto our channel, that is United Matters channel. Now, we are talking about a midfielder that is really so much anticipated to be one of the best in the next generation. Under 20 Gambian forward, that is Adama Bojang, is one of those that United is really looking at, and Eric Bay has gone ahead to get another offer coming in from Turkey. We are going to discuss about it and what it means when it comes to him and his new offer, as Rio Betis, who was also interested in signing the player. So let's go eyes and see to it that we really bring you the stories that are really going to make your day a blessing. Now, United is really in for a player known as Mason Mount, and that's all known. The interest is concrete. We're even going to hate to make 2 bids that have been rejected by Chelsea, though his transfer to Man United has going to hate to leave a divided opinion amongst the fans of Man United, where the lion's share of the fans of Man United have decided to really feel like he's not the main man for the deal. And the man that we're talking about, Moises Caicedo, is seen as the right person for the player. But we don't know what's transpiring into the board of United and why Erik ten Hag has gone ahead to choose Mason Mount. We all understand that when he was at Vitesse, he wanted to sign him on loan while he was still young at Chelsea, and he was denied that chance. That is Erik ten Hag for you. So as it stands, it looks like things are really moving on to the side that most United fans will love. And obviously, Jacob Steinberg, I think from The Guardian, not so, he comes in from, he's a football reporter for The Guardian, as well as that Man United could switch focus to deal for Moises Caicedo if they end their interest in Mason Mount. Manchester United remain confident of signing Mason Mount despite Chelsea rejecting their first 2 offers. United are bidding their time, or buying their time before returning with the 3rd bid. Now, according to me, as I see these things happen and how they're going to prevail, looks like United are trying to go in for Moises Caicedo to threaten Chelsea that if you don't get us Mason Mount, we are going to go in and really get in Moises Caicedo. And when you look at Moises Caicedo, he's a perfect player to come in and obviously sign. Why? When you get in Moises Caicedo, even if you don't get in another midfielder, that's it. That means you've gotten a player who can play as a CDM in the Casemiro role, and you've gone ahead to get another player who can play as a supporting midfielder in the double pivot alongside Casemiro. That is Moises Caicedo. And if you hear the reports coming in from Brazil that Casemiro got a knee knock and he never played in the game of Brazil versus Senegal, where Senegal beat them by 4-2, you really get afraid that why don't we really back off the deal of Mason Mount and get in Moises Caicedo? I understand that Brighton is calling in for a huge amount of money, close to £100 million. But in Moises Caicedo, you are getting 2 in 1. You are killing 2 birds with 1 stone, and you won't go all out and say, all right, we need a CDM. We need a box-to-box midfielder. No way. You know that you've gone ahead to seal 2 clauses at the same time. And I understand Chelsea are going to be threatened because they are a team that is not having money right now to buy according to the financial fair play. That's why they're trying to really kill off deals with Saudi Arabia, get on Mason Mount to Manchester United, get on Kai Havertz to Arsenal to get this deal of Moises Caicedo over the line. That is it. So in so doing, they are trying to communicate that in so doing, Man United is communicating to Chelsea that if you don't do the needful, we are going to mess up your window. And we pull out of this deal. Mason Mount has told you that he only wants to come to Man United. You're not going to get money from Man United. That will help you boost your budget to sign Moises Caicedo. So, United turning heel on Mason Mount is obviously theoretical, and it's really a trick being laid down by Man United to overstretch this Chelsea side and obviously understand that we can make it hard for you and also don't get Moises Caicedo, because what Brighton is calling in for, it's forbidding war. I think one of the most annoying teams is Brighton. The time Arsenal pulled out of the deal of Moises Caicedo and said they're concentrating on Declan Rice because they wanted to ease their negotiations in between Chelsea and them on Kai Havertz, a deal that was done and dusted like 2 days back. Brighton was left in an isolated island with Chelsea. Only 2 parties, the selling party and the buying party. But if United comes in through, it will be something good that Brighton would like to really go ahead and obviously try to really seek out the entire amount of money they really want. And that bidding war would act well for Brighton because they'll know that United is offering Champions League football to Moises Caicedo. Chelsea is not. That means the player would be wanting to go to Man United if at all United bring in the money that Brighton wants. So I think United set to switch for Moises Caicedo is a trick that they are trying to really send a message to Chelsea that if you don't get us Mason Mount the amount of money that we want, then we can switch to Moises Caicedo. You know, we can't pay £70 million, and Chelsea look like they want to settle for 60, and a deal might be imminent. And obviously, a here we go might be announced today. So today we might get here we go from Manchester United, and we might see the first player of Man United, you know, being Mason Mount, and it looks like 90% chance it's going to be him. That is Mason Mount for you. So I really anticipate that the switch and hijack is aimed at United going all out and obviously putting in what we call pressure on Chelsea to allow their bid, or the third bid that they are planning, and it might be £50 million plus £5 million of add-ons, or £10 million of add-ons. Something I don't agree with, that we should buy a player who is left with just 1 year on his contract more than £50 million. The bare minimum would be £50 million, and we cannot really dance to the bare minimum of Chelsea, which is £60 million. That is it. So let's wait and see how things are really going to pan out as the new football head of negotiations, Matt Hargreaves, is really leading us through all this. Now, Ozil has told us that Fenerbahce are interested in Man United defender Eric Bailly. You know, it was really shocking that United was willing to cash in for Eric Bailly to Real Betis at £2 million only. Now, the coming in of Fenerbahce obviously gives United an option to sit down and negotiate on ideas and deals on how much they can continue to get from this player. He was bought in at like 30 million pounds from Villarreal by Jose Mourinho in 2017, I think. When he came in through, he looked really great, and he had a very good season. But the problem with him at Man United has always been injuries. Injuries have gone ahead to sabotage the career of this player on several occasions, and as it stands, it looks like it's over in between him and Man United, and they want to sell him. And for my case, I only look at the amount of money he's earning per week. He's earning £140,000 a week. If you multiply it by 52, you know, where's my calculator? All right. £140,000 a week times 52, the number of weeks that make up a year, you get £7.3 million. So if United happens to sell Eric Bailly, we'll be saving £7.2 million. Add it onto the amount of money that we're going to sell him, like £3 million, that is £10 million saved, and I think that will be a very good purchase by Real Betis or Galatasaray, because he's a player that is he's nearing his third decade of his age. He cannot compete at Man United anymore, though we liked him a lot. But Erik ten Hag never saw him as that defender that can really come in and compete at the levels at Man United. So I think let's sell these players. Let's see players really going, like we saw Zidane Igbo going for €1 million. Let's see other players. Eric Bay leaving. Let's see Harry Maguire leaving. Scott McTominay, Fred, Donny van de Beek. Which other player? Brandon Williams, Alex Telles. Let's see these players leave Man United, right? Elanga. Sorry about that. Let's see this exodus start, because if it starts, we'll be so much positive that we are going to get in money to buy other players, because the budget of United is between 100 to 150 million pounds. If Ten Hag can get in more 100 million pounds, he can really execute a very good transfer at 250 million pounds. We all know how good he is at the players that he wants. He wants Harry Kane, 100 million pounds. Mason Mount, 50 million pounds. That's 150. Kim Min-jae, that is 200 million pounds. Adrian Rabiot on a free, and a goalkeeper right now, which can be Onana at like 50 million pounds. So at 250, we can really reinforce our squad and obviously get set for the next big things in the world as it stands. So I really anticipate that this is going to be something huge for the club of Man United, and we should start offloading these players. Now, there is a young player that plays for the Gambia national team. That is Adama Bojang. Adama Bojang is a player who plays for the Gambian under national team, that is under 20, and he was part of them when he was playing in for the under 20. And at the World Cup under 20, he played 4 games and scored 2 goals. United have gone ahead to show clear interest into the player, and they want to sign him. And these are opportunities that arise when your team qualifies to go into the World Cup of under 20, and to qualify to be part of the World Cup tournament of under 20, you just need to make it to the top 4 positions in the African Cup of Nations of the under 20. He's attack center forward player, and he's really so much rated to be a central midfielder, and he's really so much great, and one of those that you need to really have into your team. At the age of 19, he's still 1.9 meters tall, meaning that he still has some other years of really growing huge or tall in height, and he's wanted by Man United. The story was first broken by Ed Aarons. He's a sports writer for the Guardian Sport. He told us that Man United and Newcastle have joined the race to sign Gambia under 20 forward Adama Bojang, but face a battle with several German teams. Bojang is available for about €3 million from Steve Biko FC, and that happens to be an African team. So this lad is talented, firing in all cylinders, and United scouting team has gone ahead to start to get players from Africa. And then Fabricio told us that Man United are among clubs showing interest in the Gambia 2004 born talent Adama Bojang. And when you look at us scouting such players, I really love it. One of the scouting years that I enjoyed was that of 2020, going in for Donny van Beek from the Eredivisie, bringing in Facundo Pelestri from Paranel, South America. We brought in Amad Diallo from Atalanta. I was really happy about such signings, because that shows that you're having a vast scouting network that can help you really get these players from any corner of the world, and that is exactly what United has gone ahead to really face this time around. Now we are deep down in Africa, going in for this player that is really great. And we look at the team that he plays for, Steve Biko FC. Steve Biko FC plays in Gambia. That is it, the first division, and this man is really one of a kind that's gone ahead to fire all cylinders down there, and he's being wanted by Man United. €3 million. United stretching their eyes of scouting down into Africa, something that is really great. And remember, there is what we call a new amendment that has been made in the Premier League to allow teams to sign young talents coming in from Africa without loads of limitations. It was hard to sign a player directly from Africa because he must have played 70% of the recent games of the national team. But this time around, things have been rectified, and obviously the guy might be coming through. So tell me your thoughts about United set to switch to Moises Caicedo. That is it. And what do you make about Eric Bay, second team coming in through after your Betis to sign him? That is Fenerbahce from Turkey. And last, what do you make about this Gambian sensation known as Adama Bojang that United is really scouting? I cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. May the living true God bless you abundantly. I sign out for now. See you later. I'm out.